And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Monday, they'll be facing Amen Thompson and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And that game against Memphis, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Trey Jones out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Isaac Okoro. And it's Smith. And it's Booz Ellis in at the power forward. And for the Spurs, Fox and Castle are their guards. Then there's Wembanyama. Then there's Devin Vassell. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 slot. Great, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart. And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Giddey surveying the D. Outside, Jones, just 5 on the clock. From past the arc, San Antonio with the rebound. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, in that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here we go, Coach, the 2025 Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle.
Yeah, look, Kevin, you can't say too many good things about this guy, but it starts with this. Like all the best players in the league, he plays both ends of the floor. Stephon Castle can take on the assignment of guarding the best player on the other team, and he's a guy whose skills are rapidly improving offensively. The future is great for this guy. That is an assertive shot from Fox. Total trust in his jump shot. He's come a long way in that regard.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
Castle against Giddey. Pass to Okoro. Now Booz Ellis. A three-pointer off the mark. It's deflected. Wembanyama passes to Vassell. Back to Wembanyama. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wembanyama's got 6.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
The shot by Booz Ellis, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. The Spurs last season acquiring De'Aaron Fox. He said what this team struggled with are the things that I bring. Self-creation, being able to touch the paint, getting into the teeth of the defense and collapsing it. And regardless of how well I'm playing in a game, I still command attention. My guys never just leave me. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. fresh 5 on the floor. Ersan Yabusele, he's checked in for Chicago. Sexton comes in for Trey Jones. .58 seconds left to play in the first. Smith on the wing. Back to Giddey. They need this, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Hey, that's an aggressive move by Giddey. You love to see it.
Spurs leading by 7. Pass to Cornette. Barnes left side. Johnson outside. Pocket 6. Here is Harper. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Count it.
Standing 6'8", Giddey is a long guard, and that helps him around the hoop.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Bulls ball. Substitution on the court.
Six seconds left to play in the first quarter. Puts up a deep 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC, another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Harper is out there with Fox, and it's Cornette in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Fox has got 5 now.
Well, we know Fox loves to take it to the rack, but he also has a nice floater game.
Bulls trail by 7. Williams a screen on Harper. Sexton for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Fox. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside for Sexton. And it's off from 3-point range. Harper the pass to Barnes. The rebound by Richard.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Yabusele. Sexton for 3. Sexton can't get that one to drop. Spurs leading by 6. Now we'll hear from Alan LaForce and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Kevin?
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. A new lineup here for the Bulls. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Wembanyama with it. Covered by Smith. From the baseline. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Giddey the pass to Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
Well, with his mobility and size, Smith gets up there with ease.
We've got 1:23 left in the second quarter. And Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Castle. And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
Now here's Jones. His last outing with 20 points. Bruce Ellis, no one around him. No good on the triple. Spurs leading by 5. Down low. Castle misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Giddey. 9-point game his last outing. Driving inside. Smith. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They say the vertical is where Castle lacks a bit. Show me where it lacked there.
Here's Giddey. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Giddey's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Wembanyama. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Spurs lead by 7. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the rim. Back right after this.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they're in good position. Definitely among the top teams in the conference.
And just as important as the seeding is how you're playing down the stretch. They're trying to dial it in. All right, guys, we've got to go back and talk about Victor Wembanyama and how he played in that first half. Just outstanding.
When the ailing is playing at this level, he's running some experiments on you, seeing how much you could take before you break, and I understand the language.
Yeah, he's painful to play against, affecting every phase of the game. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. We've got Isaac Okoro. Buzelis out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Jones in at the point.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
Bulls trail by 9. Okoro setting the pick for Jones. And the 3 off target.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
The Bulls shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Here's Buzelis. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Buzelis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here he goes, and he jams it with authority.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Giddey. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
San Antonio leading by 5. Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. With great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Inside, here's Buzelis.
And how about the patience from Buzelis and the body control? He doesn't rush through that play.
There's 1:54 left in the third quarter. Vassell outside. Back to Castle. Three-pointer, Fox. Nailed from three-point land. Fox has got 10 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make him pay.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and Chicago also making a switch. Sexton, he's checked in for Josh Giddey. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Mitch Johnson, Stan, now taking over full-time as head coach of the Spurs.
Well, look, Mitch Johnson's the son of an NBA player and a high-level point guard in college. He knows how to run a team and favors that pace and space style.
Spurs leading by 4. Barnes outside. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. Rebound by the Bulls.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Pass to Sexton. No one near Smith as he lets it go. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 9, and it goes down 2 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. Sexton on the wing. Castle covering. Sexton kicks to Jones. Smith sets the pick for Jones. Smith. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night. Three-pointer, Fox. Rosales grabs the board.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Here's Sexton. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll return shortly. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. De'Aaron Fox out there with Harper. And it's Cornette in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Cornette. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Fox kicks to Barnes. Fires for 3. Fox, no good. Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Sexton. Plays it up and brings it in.
You can't let a smaller guard burn you inside. Still, you got to love Sexton's focus and fearlessness.
The Spurs shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the speed of De'Aaron Fox. Wow. He gets up the court in a hurry.
And you combine his water bug quickness with the towering size of Wembanyama. It's a 1-2 punch that promises to confound opponents for years to come.
No good on that. And Craig with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award. The Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
And the Bulls making a change here. Smith checked in for Nick Richards. Bruce Ellis comes in for Yabusele. Okoro's checked in for Patrick Williams. And Jones subbed in for Sexton. Giddey against Castle. Now Smith. Clock at 4. Jones. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Spurs shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Fox does not go. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
First team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Trey Jones.
Find the lane.
At the line for one.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed them.
Bulls have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Castle against Giddey. Jones outside. From 15 feet away, Wembanyama reels it in. Jones has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Now Fox. Puts up the 3, knocks down the 3.
Sad decision there by Fox. Moving the ball back outside into the hands of a ready shooter.
Giddey.
He got way to touch on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Josh Giddey. At the line for 2.
The first one, and that narrows the gap to 1.
Well, when you look at Josh Giddey, he scores, passes, and rebounds it well for his position. And the fun part for me, I think he still has room to grow.
And both free throws good for Giddey.
Well, he makes the most out of that trip to the line, showing composure down the stretch.
Fox. Nice execution down low.
As clutch as they get, what a huge score from Fox, who always seems to come up big.
This kid Ellis loves these types of situations. He wants to be the guy they go to in the big moments.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. 1:12 left in the 4th. Here is Wembanyama. He drills the 3.
Nice job by Wembanyama, finding the three-point shooter, using his vision.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Hey guys, Billy Donovan was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Giddy against Castle. No good. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Wembanyama. Giddy will pull it down. Smith. He's off from 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Castle fires. Down it goes for 3.
What a play from the rookie. Castle showing this team they can rely on him when it counts.
Chicago calls timeout. 19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
With the steal. Nobody around. Oh, he jams it in, leaving no room for error.
Putting his lightning-quick speed to perfect use in transition. Fox is a menace in the open floor.
Does not go in. And so it's the Spurs with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly show the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with a little more confidence than their opponents.
And that about wraps it up. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.